Well, I solve for x on this one, and you can see that x itself is a leg of this right triangle. Hopefully you can see that, because the 2.1 makes up this side length, and the x is this side length, and those two make a right angle shown with this symbol. I do understand that sometimes they're going to be like, hey, solve for the missing length of this triangle, but they may not show the right angle. If they ask for something like that, either a leg or a hypotenuse, then we get to assume that this would be a right angle. But just know that sometimes they won't show that all the time, okay? So let's look at the Pythagorean Theorem. There it is. Found it. It's leg to the power of 2 plus leg to the power of 2 equals hypotenuse to the power of 2. And the leg that I have, I've made it red in 2.1. The x is the other leg, so I'll just put the x there. Now, sometimes, again, like we've seen in the previous problems, is they'll use either a or b. It doesn't really matter. But the hypotenuse I see on this one is the other length, which is 2.9. Well, the Pythagorean theorem says if we take the two legs and square them and add those together, then it would equal the hypotenuse as a square as well. So let's go ahead and put these into the calculator. Let's see, 2.1 to the power of 2. Enter. I got 4.41. Yeah. 4.41 there. And then I go to my calculator and I put 2.9 to the power of 2. Enter. I got 8.41. Right now, when we add that 4.41 to the x, the other leg, to the power of 2, then we get 8.41. But again, we're solving this like an equation. So I would need to subtract at this point the 4.41 from the left side of the equal sign. But if I do it to one side, I got to do it to the other side as well. Why subtract it? Because we want it to be 0, and it is. Why do we want it to be a 0? Because it's a phantom value. It's there. We just don't want to look at it all the time because it's kind of ugly. So I'd say x to the power of 2 here equals 8.41 minus 4.41. I get 4. That's what I got. But we don't want x to the power of 2. We just want the x value, as shown right here. So I would take the square root of that x to the power of 2. But if I do it to one side, I'd have to do the other side with our principles of equality. That's just going to give me x. Well, x equals the square root of 4, 2. X equals 2. Done.